They didn't see it coming. Not from Sweden, not from a jet that costs 1/4 the price of an F-35. But when Pentagon analysts got the first classified reports about Saab's latest Gripen E upgrade, the room went silent. Because what they saw changed everything. While Washington has spent decades perfecting stealth and sensor fusion, Sweden just pulled off something far more dangerous: invisibility through intelligence. Not radar coatings or fancy composites, but pure electronic warfare genius. The new Gripen E upgrade, quietly rolled out during testing in 2025, did something no one expected. It rendered some of the Pentagon's most advanced systems nearly blind. How? By outsmarting them. To understand why this moment sent shockwaves through defense circles, you need to rewind to how the Gripen was born. Sweden has always known it can't win by numbers. It has no supercarriers, no bomber fleets, no nuclear umbrella. So instead of trying to outmuscle the world's giants, it outthinks them. During the Cold War, Saab engineers asked a simple question: what if we build a jet that can beat superpowers without becoming one? That's where the Gripen's philosophy was born. Smart, fast, survivable. Built to fight in the harshest conditions. Built to win when outnumbered. And above all, built to make the enemy waste billions chasing it. For years, the US dismissed it. A lightweight single-engine fighter? Cute. A jet you can refuel on a highway? Practical, sure, but not game-changing. They called it a budget fighter, a niche product for small countries. But that label started to look outdated when the Gripen E began entering real-world testing. Its software-driven systems, designed to adapt mid-fight, proved far more flexible than traditional NATO platforms. And its Arexis electronic warfare suite, a fully AI-managed defensive brain, began outperforming systems that cost 5 times more. Now, with the latest 2025 upgrade, the Gripen's brain just got smarter. The new system, codenamed Ghost Shield, pushes electronic warfare into a realm even the Pentagon struggles to understand. Instead of jamming radar the old-fashioned way, blasting noise to blind the enemy, Ghost Shield mimics radar signals. It creates false images so convincing that even advanced AWACS sensors believe they're seeing a real aircraft. In other words, it doesn't hide the Gripen. It creates a ghost army of them. One Swedish pilot joked, "If you're lucky, you'll shoot down one of the 10 Gripens you think you're seeing. If you're not, it'll shoot you first." That line, half sarcasm, half warning, made its way into NATO briefing slides. Because when the simulation results leaked, it wasn't a laughing matter. In multiple mock combat tests, US radar systems failed to track the Gripen accurately, sometimes detecting dozens of false targets. Meanwhile, the real Gripen used its new adaptive network to hunt the enemy in total silence. It was the perfect storm of efficiency and chaos, an aircraft turning America's greatest strength, its networked warfare, into confusion. When Pentagon officials saw the replay data, the frustration was immediate. Billions of dollars spent on stealth technology, and a $100 million F-35 couldn't even tell where the $30 million Gripen was. One analyst reportedly muttered, "They've made electronic warfare look like an art form." And he wasn't wrong. Because Sweden didn't just upgrade a fighter jet, it upgraded the idea of air combat itself. In modern warfare, the fight isn't about who has the bigger missile or the faster jet. It's about who controls information. And with Ghost Shield, the Gripen E controls it like a magician. It decides what the enemy sees, or doesn't. It dictates the tempo of the fight before the first missile is even launched. This is why Pentagon officials are worried. Not because Sweden is a threat, but because Sweden just proved that brute force is obsolete. Let's be honest, the F-35 is a masterpiece of engineering. It's powerful, stealthy, and loaded with tech that borders on science fiction. But it's also fragile. Every mission depends on perfect logistics: satellite links, long runways, maintenance crews, and data updates. The Gripen E? It's the complete opposite. It can launch from a country road, refuel in 10 minutes, and be combat-ready with just a handful of mechanics. No fancy hangar, no endless pre-flight checks. It was built to fight when the world falls apart. And that difference, that philosophy, is what makes this new upgrade so terrifying to larger powers. Because if a small neutral country can build a jet that can trick, jam, and confuse the world's biggest air force, what happens when others follow that blueprint? Countries like Brazil, Finland, and Thailand are already taking notes. Nations that can't afford stealth fleets suddenly have a new playbook. Skip the billion-dollar hangars. Invest in electronic warfare. Behind closed doors, US and NATO analysts are now studying Ghost Shield's architecture. How did Saab integrate so much electronic flexibility into a jet that can be serviced on a frozen highway? How can a small team in Linköping keep outperforming systems built by Lockheed Martin and Raytheon? The uncomfortable answer: because Sweden never tried to play the same game. While America built the world's most complex fighter, Sweden built the world's simplest genius. Let's talk about the emotional side for a moment, because this story isn't just about hardware. It's about pride. For decades, Western militaries have equated cost with superiority. The more expensive the jet, the better it must be. And then a Scandinavian underdog walks in with a jet that costs less, flies more, and now, with Ghost Shield, can outthink billion-dollar machines. It's not just humbling, it's infuriating. The Pentagon's fury isn't about embarrassment, it's about fear. Fear that their monopoly on air warfare is slipping. Fear that the Gripen's design philosophy, affordability, flexibility, independence, will inspire a new generation of fighters that make today's giants irrelevant. Because make no mistake, what Sweden just did is bigger than one aircraft. It's a warning to every defense contractor on the planet. Stop chasing complexity, start chasing clarity. After the upgrade's debut, Saab engineers released a quiet statement. The Gripen E is not designed to dominate the skies. It's designed to survive in them. That one sentence sent a chill through the defense world. Because in the next war, survival is domination. A fighter that can adapt, confuse, and fight again within minutes isn't just an aircraft, it's a strategy. And that strategy now lives inside the Gripen E. So, as Pentagon officials run new tests, tweak algorithms, and recalibrate their confidence, Sweden continues doing what it's always done, improving quietly, patiently, deliberately. No showy press conferences, no billion-dollar headlines, just results. And each new result is making the world's most powerful militaries rethink everything they thought they knew about air combat. Because this isn't the first time Sweden's little jet has embarrassed the giants, but it might be the most important. With the Ghost Shield upgrade, Saab didn't just enhance its fighter, it changed the rules of the game. And somewhere in Linköping, a team of engineers probably raised a quiet toast, not to power, but to precision. Because once again, Sweden has proven what the Pentagon hates to admit. You don't need to be the biggest to be the best. Closing line. In a sky crowded with noise and arrogance, the Gripen E speaks softly, and every superpower listens.